So the main tools are Photoshop and Illustrator. So these are two main tools that a graphic designer uses. Along with that, if you're working on the UI UX field, you can also use Adobe XD, which is pretty good. It is basically, designed to make apps and websites. So you can design all your UIs there. There's also Figma, which is also pretty good. Now Figma is like an online software, so you don't have to install it. It's an online thing where you can simply work. But XD is something you have to install, but the best part is both of them are free. So yeah, I think these are some good tools.
Talk to any recruiter, talk to any HR and ask them why they hire certain people and why they don't hire certain people. They tell you all about the etc. Our guest today, Miss Akshita Bindra, she is a product designer. But keep in mind, she has worked with many brands all across the globe, including Juice Learning in Mumbai, Canva Homes in Milan, and Elm in New Jersey. That's a part of her etc. She is highly prepared, highly motivated, highly ambitious. In today's episode with Akshita Bindra, we spoke about everything. How she get into the field of a UI UX, how to start UI UX career as a student, and of course all the usual career oriented topics. So without wasting time, let's get started with this interview. So hey guys, this is Yash Shishodhan. Welcome to the another super special youth-oriented interview with Akshita ma'am. Hello Akshita ma'am, thank you so much for joining me here for this interview. It is our honor that you came on my YouTube channel. Ma'am, without wasting time, let's get started with this interview.
Thank you so much, Yash, for calling me on this YouTube channel and letting me put out my voice out there and let students know about design field.
My very first question is to you. Why did you choose to become a graphic designer? I mean, how did you get into the field of UI UX? I really want to know about your journey. How did your journey through UX lead you here?
Okay, so I have always been interested in the design field. So since my 11th standard, I knew that I wanted to go into something creative. I wasn't sure which field to go into, whether to go into, graphic design, fashion, interior, or product. So I was a very confused kid in school, but I was sure that I wanted to go into a creative field. So I enrolled up for, some sort of coaching classes and stuff like that to understand what I wanted. And at the end, I went for product design. So I've done my bachelor's in product design, which is like a 4-year degree. And there, during my product design course, I came across UI UX. It was like part of a module that I was learning, and it really interested me. So the whole part was to, study humans, talk to people, design apps and websites and the layout. So it was a very interesting field for me and I love doing that. So I thought to take this forward into the career. So I did some, after my college, I did some certification courses to understand it better. I did tons of internships. So during my college life, I did about 7 internships in various fields to understand what kind of work I like, what I like about the industry, what I ultimately want to go into. So yeah, that was how I entered into the design world, and I've never looked back since then. It has been a beautiful journey and I love every part of the work that I do.
Ma'am, are these two things are similar, that is graphic design or UI UX design? Or is there any difference between both of them? According to you, what is the role of a graphic design?
So graphic design is basically, different from UI UX design. So a lot of people get confused that a graphic designer is a UI UX designer as well. That's not true for everybody. Of course, you can be a UI UX designer as well, since the creative thinking is almost the same, but these are two separate things. So if you go in the industry, you see, different people. There is a graphic design department, there's a UI department, there's also a UX department. So yeah, a graphic designer, if you ask me, they are mainly involved with branding, a lot of branding. So like logo designing brochures, business cards, pamphlets, banners, social media creatives. So that is like a day-to-day work and broadly what a graphic designer does.
Ma'am, from your point of view, what makes a graphic designer stand out from others?
I think creativity for sure. So a lot of people have creativity even if they're not graphic designers, but the whole design process that a graphic designer takes, the whole effort of understanding what the user might want to see, understanding what will, prompt a user to click on certain things, what will appeal to the eyes, what will grab attention, that a graphic designer does better than people who are not in the design field.
Ma'am, my next question is to you. Many students who are watching this video are college students. From your point of view, how to start UI UX career as students?
I think to enter the UI UX field or design field in general, what all college students need to do is firstly find out what interests you. The best way to do that is internships, because you get a step into the design world, into the actual industry, so you can understand what a day-to-day designer's job is. So if that interests you or not, because design has various fields, so even if you're UI UX design, there are various things that you can do. So I would recommend do internships, lots of internships, do summer internships, work from home, work with startups, work with freelancers if you want, and understand the whole process, understand what interests you. And after that, once you are sure of what you want to do, you want to get a perfect job, you want to go into the actual working phase, then I think you do need a professional portfolio. So portfolio is basically like a document that will showcase your skills to the person who is hiring you. So a lot of people also ask for portfolios when you're applying for internships, so you can add certain projects that you do some projects on your own. So just take any app, take any random app and try redesigning it from your point of view. So for example, take WhatsApp. See how you can design WhatsApp in your own ways. Change the color, the schemes, add features, delete features, it's up to you. And add those little projects into your portfolio. Because portfolio is something when a person looks at, will get to know what kind of design language you have, how you work, what is your design process, how creative you are. So yeah, I think portfolio is a must if you want to work professionally, and it will also help you develop those skills.
Ma'am, my next question is to you. Did you struggle with any skills or tools when you were first starting out? How did you learn that skills or tools, and from where did you learn that stuff?
Okay, so I think a lot of things that I learned were through my design degree, my design school, because I spent 4 years there. It was a 4-year degree, as I told you, and they teach you a lot of stuff. So all the softwares I learned there. I learned a lot of design thinking, and I think more than faculty members, it's the students that you learn from. So working under pressure, seeing what your peers have done, what your friends are doing, what other design students are doing. So that kind of teaches you a lot, that even makes you discover your own creativity. So I remember there was a girl who came from a different college, so she was a transition student, and she knew one software which we didn't, but we all kind of learned it after that. So I think faculty, more than faculty members, it's your network, it's your own network, your friends, your people who you work with, who teach you different kind of things, or at least motivate to learn different things. So one thing that was really good about my university was electives. So we had elective courses which were different from design. So like I also have a minor degree in marketing. So that was also part of the university that they offered. So I did marketing for 3 years along with my project, along with my design degree. So I also learned from people who were actually in the marketing field, who were actually doing marketing, who were doing MBA, people from BTech background, people from hospitality, architecture. So the whole network, you get to learn a lot. So yeah.
Ma'am, what are some graphic designing tools that you are familiar with or that you use or that a graphic designer uses?
So the main tools are Photoshop and Illustrator. So these are two main tools that a graphic designer uses. Along with that, if you're working on the UI UX field, you can also use Adobe XD, which is pretty good. It is basically designed to make apps and websites. So you can design all your UIs there. There's also Figma, which is also pretty good. Now Figma is like an online software, so you don't have to install it. It's an online thing where you can simply work. But XD is something you have to install, but the best part is both of them are free. So yeah, I think these are some good tools.
Ma'am, is coding important in graphic designing?
No, not at all. So I think it's a myth that a designer, a UI UX designer needs to know coding. That's absolutely not true. I don't know coding. So yeah, you don't require coding. I would say it's beneficial if you know coding. So like if you're from like CS background, you already know coding. That way it will help you, because when you're designing, you know what is actually implementable also. And if you're from like not from a BTech background and you want to go into UI UX, coding, learning HTML CSS, like the basic languages, what it will help you is, it will help you talk easily to a developer, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who will be bringing your product to life. You design them and they will code it. So it will be easier for you to communicate to them if you know some technical words. So yeah, that is one benefit, but it's not important.
Ma'am, according to you, or can you please suggest some good resources for learning graphic designing?
So I think the best part about this generation is that you can learn online anything. So you don't have to actually go to a design school to learn designing. You can go to certain institutes for that, and there are so many online courses. So Udemy is pretty good. You can get cheap courses there with great information. So you can learn from people who are not in India as well. So there are a lot of people from UK and US who teach on Udemy, and it's pretty good. So I also still I keep learning, I keep exploring, keep adding to my skills, and I do that through Udemy, this Coursera, and yeah, there are tons of websites and platforms like this that offer you online courses.
Ma'am, can you please give some tips for designing a portfolio?
Okay, sure. So yeah, portfolio, as I told you, it's pretty important. So it's better to do it right. Take your time and do it. So a few things that you can keep in mind while designing portfolio is that add only your best projects. So if you have 5 projects, or if you have 6 projects, add those 3 best projects, 3 to 4 best projects that you think they are. Second is tell a story. So they should not only be like, if you're designing a logo, just don't put the picture of a logo, because it will not tell anything about your design thinking or your design process to the recruiter, right? So tell the whole story, that how did it start, what did you do, why this color, why this font, anything. So tell that story. And one more thing that you can do is take constant feedback. So don't design in isolation. Not just portfolio, but about anything. Take feedback, talk to people. Now when it comes to portfolio, since it's like a very important document, talk to people who have a little understanding of the design industry, who little know about design, right? So they can judge it better, they can help you better in that better, they can help you see it from the recruiter's eyes also. So I recommend this to my students as well, that constantly keep asking for feedback. Take a mentor, like make a mentor, okay? Go on LinkedIn, talk to people, talk to your friends, talk to your parents, maybe anybody, but take feedback. So yeah.
Ma'am, now the question is to you, tips to get a job in graphic designing companies.
I think yeah, portfolio. Get your portfolio on point, and to make that portfolio, you also need the skills, right? So if you're designing something for your portfolio, you do know the softwares then, because if you're designing a logo, you made it on some software, right? So that skill, portfolio, and I think communication skills. Because if you are able to design and not communicate it well to the person who's looking and who's using, so the user, the design is not that good, right? Because it's of no use then, because the person for whom you're designing it is not able to understand. So yeah, these 3 things are, I think, are important.
Ma'am, by the way, how do you measure the success of your design?
The success of a design, I think, is measured by how the users perceive it as. So if you're designing an app or a website, for example, you will decide if the app is successful or not if the users, people who are actually using it, are talking good about it, right? The whole process for them is easier. So the onboarding process, the whole using of the app, the whole journey for them is easier. They are liking it, people are coming on the app more and more. The whole purpose of the app is getting fulfilled. I think that is how you define if a project is successful or not.
Ma'am, and the last, what advice would you give to your fellow young designer?
Okay, have fun. Like, design is a creative field. Don't take it as work, or else it'll get very irritating. Because you need to have a free mind, you need to have an open mind, you have to think. And design field is a beautiful field, guys. It is super nice. It is like, you can work from anywhere, right? You don't need that 9 to 5 job. You can work for anybody, for anything, and it's super fun. So I love this field, and I would say just be free, be yourself, be creative, and take out time for yourself. Don't be drowned in work. Have fun. It's pretty good. And guys, please subscribe to his channel. He's doing a pretty good job. What he's doing is really nice. He's letting the world know about different kinds of fields. So yeah, Yash, that's very commendable. Keep it up, and please subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends, and thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. That was one of the most beautiful and enriching interview. Really, thank you so much, ma'am, for being on the Yes Show. We have learned a lot. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like this video, share it with your friends. Until next time,